part one of Africa's premier sports video podcast, the Three Quarters Podcast. As usual, remember to jump onto the hashtag 3QP to let us know what your sporting interests are. Also, what you'd like to see on the show. I'm Denima Duffy.
And I'm Ngara Kamuya.
So, match day 10. And our feature game was definitely one for the books.
Yeah.
Everyone was looking forward to this. I think the whole, not the whole season, but it got to a point where people realized Quins is actually, a force to reckon with. And Kabras, of course, have been at the top the whole time.
Yeah.
So, Quins Kabras, that was our feature game.
Yeah.
Kabras winning that 21-3, and that I think is the lowest score. The only game this season that they've won without a bonus point. So showing that yes, Quins are a force to reckon with, and that wasn't Kenya Harlequins' best game.
Yes.
Just as Charles Cardivillis rather said after the game, it wasn't their best game.
Yeah.
But Kabras just showing that they can, they can go the 80 minutes. So that was, I think the scoreline was, for anyone who's been, following rugby properly, the scoreline was not really much of a surprise. We didn't expect Kabras to get to your 40 or 50. Maybe we expected a little more from Harlequins, but how was that game for you?
It's funny you say that, and I mean, I'm sure in our last episode, of course, we said that our feature game was going to be Strathmore versus KCB.
Oh, yes.
I am sure Strathmore will forgive us. I'm sure KCB will forgive us. We'll be at the Den one. No, not at the Den, at Strathmore, Madaraka, the Cage. Sorry, to feature them before this Kenya Cup season is over. But look, it was a game everyone was waiting for.
There was no missing that game.
There was no missing that game. Everyone was anticipating Kabras versus Harlequins, and the reason for that is, as you've put it, not too many people thought Harlequins were going to have a stellar season, or the season that they've been having so far, and as such, very many people had written them off. But from what we've seen in the last 3-4 weeks of Quins play, everyone thought that with the style of rugby Kabras play, it's only Quins who would have been able to match up to Kabras. So an entertaining game, a game where one team did not capitalize on their chances and another team capitalized on their opponent's mistakes. And I of course, excuses always come after the game, and largely from the fans. And they talk about the fact that, they did not create their own chances. And I was just telling someone, look, sport is creating your own chances can also be capitalizing on your opponent's mistakes. You might not create your own chances, but if you capitalize on your opponent's mistakes and get points off that, then that in itself is creating a chance for your team. And that's exactly what happened. And Quins started with intent. 3 points off the boot of Laila Siligwa. And then we had a break from Eden Aguero, which did not, end successfly. Then everything just went south after that. It became the Philip Okorat show. And all the 3 tries that Kabras scored were off Quins' mistakes in the red zone. So counterattacks, basically. That's what Kabras did on the day. One thing Quins did very well, I must commend them, is that we've noticed with Kabras, if you want them against the ropes, if you want them on the ropes, you kill Logan Basson. You don't let him get into the game. And that's what Quins did very well. He didn't get into the game, and because of that, their backline wasn't as fluid. It was more off broken play. Of course, their forwards are very, very mobile.
Yes.
But it was off broken play a lot. But in killing Logan Basson, there's one other person you must focus on, and that's Brian Tanga. And they didn't do that. And Tanga is very quick off the fringes. At the base of the breakdown, he's very quick there, fleet-footed, and we saw that on the day. There are very many breaks or very many yards Kabras gained off Brian Tanga's runs. So, granted, yes, Quins did not take their chances. Granted, Quins lacked that killer punch. Granted, Quins did not execute as they should have when they got to the red zone. But we have to give props to Kabras for capitalizing on Quins' mistakes and turning them into points.
And just talking about Quins, there were a few opportunities, to score, and there were knock-ons, there were things like that from your senior players, actually, not even junior players.
Yes.
I know Aaron Double black.
Yeah.
Had a tough time.
Yes.
I mean, this was not one of his better games. So, if you're not getting your guys running, then it's going to be a tough game at the end of the day.
Yes.
Also, you're not playing against a weak team. Kabras, the defense was pretty good.
Very good.
I mean, it wasn't just Quins not playing.
Yes.
It was Kabras also saying, yeah, no, you're not getting past.
And defense wins championships.
Yeah.
I mean, offense, yes, of course, is entertaining. You have to get the points. But the truth and the fact of the matter is that in any sport, defense is the one that wins championships. I remember I was watching a documentary in which All Black captain Kieran Reid was saying defense is what brings out the character in a sports person, in an athlete. And that's exactly what we saw on the day. So many times Queens were in the 5 and they were unable to convert that into points. Why? Because of excellent defense from Kabras, and that one we have to give it to them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunate for Harlequins.
Yeah.
But I mean, season is still, it's still, we've got a long way to go.
True.
So, well done to Kabras.
Yeah.
And so we move forward. So the other games, we had the earlier game that was played was Mwamba versus Black Blood.
Yes.
That was a 2 p.m. game. Mwamba winning that 26-13. Then we had the game we were supposed to go to,
Yes.
which was Strathmore Leos versus KCB.
Yeah.
Strathmore losing that 53-8. I think that's one of KCB's more convincing wins,
Yes.
or if not the most.
Yes.
Then we had Oilers versus Impala. Impala just winning at 24-22. Not one of Impala's strongest seasons.
Yes.
Nakuru versus Nondies. Nondies winning it.
Yes.
First time in 4 years.
Yes.
So well done to them.
Yes.
And the last one was Machine versus Homeboys. Homeboys winning that 22-13. Did those go as you expected?
And especially Nakuru versus Nondies. You know Nakuru actually, Nondies were losing the game 22-5 at some point.
Oh, wow.
Right? To get back into the game
Yes.
in the fashion that they did, it's exceptional. And actually after the Queens Kabras game, I bumped into Biko Ademo and we were just discussing, and he'll say, are you saying what Nondies are doing this season? You have to let's give props where they are. And Nondies are playing some very good rugby this season.
Yep. I'd love to see them, top 6.
Yes.
At least top 6 when we finish.
Yes, you're saying,
Yeah, so we've got the log now. Still got Kabras at the top. KCB, Harlequins, Nondies at 4th. Well done. 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th are Mwamba, Homeboys, Impala, and Nakuru.
Yes.
And the bottom 4 are Oilers, Black Blood, Strathmore, and Mean Machine.
Yes.
So moving on to match day 10.
Yes.
We have KCB versus Impala. We've got Nondies versus Strathmore, Mwamba versus Machine, Kabras versus Homeboys,
Yes.
which is our feature game,
Yeah.
and also the TV game. So remember, you can watch these games on Bamba Sports.
Yes.
Then we've got Black Blood versus Kenya Harlequins, and the 2 p.m. game will be Nakuru. That's on TV.
Yes.
Will be Nakuru versus Oilers. How
Yes.
do you think these games will go?
So let's start. KCB versus Impala.
Yep.
KCB are too strong for Impala.
Yes, I mean Impala this season.
Yes.
Nondies versus Strathmore.
Nondies.
Mwamba versus Machine.
Mwamba.
Kabras versus Homeboys.
Kabras.
Yep. Black Blood versus Quins.
Queens.
And Nakuru versus Oilers.
Oilers. I'll actually call Oilers. Which is some sort of derby, by the way.
Yes.
But I'll actually call Oilers for this one.
I think I'll go with you on the Oilers one, and the rest we agree.
Yes.
Yeah, but guys, turn out the numbers. Support your teams. Games are also on TV, so if you can't go, watch them on TV or on YouTube as well.
That's true.
Courtesy of Bamba Sports. But also, who are you supporting this weekend? We'd like to know. Remember, find us on social media. That is by following us on Instagram, liking our page on Facebook, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. I'm Davina Duffield.
And I'm Nara Kamuye.
See you in part 2.